to myself, I be indoors. Clock in, then I go home. Close door, cause some beats on. Which one of these putting me on?
Yo, I got the window open. I got my brew. Now let me get these notes. First and foremost, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing great. So much has happened. So much has happened in the last, man, what, like, month? Guys, it's been amazing. I already had the title of this, like, predetermined. It's titled, It Takes a Village. It takes a village. Let me just run off these notes real fast. You remember my property manager said, if I move in 10 days, I'm gonna have a TV. What did I tell you? 4K, 55-inch smart television. Guess where it's posted at? My unit. Yeah, I got that TV. I told you I was getting that TV. A lot of moving pieces, man. It's been so many moving pieces. I've had to use all my money for the hotel. What am I talking about? Freudian slip. I had to use all my money for the apartment. Broke. My car broke on me. Had to use all my money to get the new whip. And we gonna get into that as soon as this clears back up. Can we? Hello? Yo, let's focus. Let's focus. All right. We had to use all of our money multiple times, bro. It's been so much, man. First and foremost, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm SoVersetile. If it's your first time seeing me, I do, we'll just call them like, personal vlogs every other Monday. So let me tell you this, y'all. My timing chain broke on my last vehicle, on my Chevy Equinox. It was a 2016 Chevy Equinox. It was horrible. I will go into more detail about that whip later down the road, but what's important right now is the car broke. I needed a new one fast, bro. I spent over a month looking, searching, up and down. I was about to get a note, end up paying like $300 a month, bro. But let me tell you, dog, my faith is a real big part of my life, man. I was just praying, bro. I was praying.
Did you pray
and, like,
today?
I don't like to sit still. I get that from both of my parents. My mom is always on some other project. My father literally feels guilty when he doesn't go to work. Like, the nigga want to work 7 days a week, 24 hours at a time. He can't do that. So, me having to, like, sit down and pray and listen to God, in the sense of, like, be still. Let me tell you what be still looked like while I was looking for the whip. So, being still looked like me searching for the whip, right? Me seeing stuff I wanted, me seeing stuff I could have had. Because mind you, I had like two bands. I had like two bandies in the bank. But I knew all of that was going to be gone. Or sorry, I had like little to nothing. I had about like $100. But I knew when I got my paycheck, I was going to have about $2,300. I was kind of on point. $2,300 altogether on my check because of the overtime. And I knew, like, okay, when I get this money, I could put this towards the down payment of a car, start paying monthly, or I could just get a used vehicle, outright pay it off. Brody, my supervisor at my job was riding me to work and back home Monday through Friday for free, for nothing. My older brother would shoot me to work sometimes, and that nigga would even charge me. Y'all can say what y'all want. You know, it is what it is. I digress. But bro, I had to rely on so many people, and I'm not the type of person that asks for help. I don't like asking people to assist me, especially monetarily. I get that from my mother as well. I get that from my father also. But man, I've truly been humbled. I've been brought to my knees, man. Anyway, so my supervisor shoots me to work for like over a month, easy. And the whole time, you know, first he's giving me advice and tips on how to fix my car, and I'm like, okay, cool. I need tires, I need a rim, I need this. Turns out my timing chain was messed up in the whip. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just scrap the whip. I'm gonna get another car. He's like, all right, well, make sure you know what you're looking for. Oh, that tastes great. He's like, make sure you know what you're looking for. And I wasn't really looking for anything in particular. I just wanted something to take me from A to B. My supervisor's cool with like a lot of people in my department because he's been working at my job for a very long time. He talks to one of his friends, you know, and his friend is in contact with this woman who's selling the car that I now own. One day, a Saturday, you know, my supervisor takes me home Monday through Friday. He's off on the weekends. I work Thursday through Monday. So Saturdays, it's like up in the air. I might Uber home. I might call my brother. It is what it is. But this Saturday after work, I'm just sitting down waiting for like the place to clear out before I call my Lyft home. Guy walks up to me. We've never spoken before. He's like, hey, do you need a car? I look at him, I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, okay, sit right there, just wait. He goes around the corner, he's making a phone call, talks to a lady. He's like, okay, I just told my my lady to his lady friend. He's like, okay, I just told my lady to hold the car. We're gonna see how you like it. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't even know like what kind of car it was. I didn't care. And bro's talking the car up. He's like, yeah, man, you know, it's a beautiful car. She took real good care of it. I just really want you to go over there and see if you like it. You know, just take it for a spin. The battery got to get jumped, but that's about it. It's a gorgeous car. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, and he said she's selling it for $2,500, and I was like, okay, I could work with that. I could work with that. Some time goes by, y'all, and within a week, he drives me up to this woman's home. I look at the ride. The woman isn't home, by the way. Her mother is. I look at the ride, you know, and I see about it. I'm walking around it. We jump it. The engine purrs. Gorgeous car, man. Super gorgeous. I'll let y'all know what it is in a bit. I know y'all probably like on the edge of y'all seats. What is it? I'm gonna let you know. Gorgeous car, man. It's the engine is purring. It's got no issues. This thing keeps unfocusing and it's kind of pissing me off. I'm gonna just sit a little bit closer, but it's beautiful, man. Like the car's working like a gem. Only issue is the battery. I have to replace the battery, which isn't a big deal. I end up getting a platinum Duralast battery. Lasts me like, I don't want to put anything but the highest quality materials in this car. Batteries included. The battery has like a 4-year warranty, which is dope. So in 4 years, when I'm probably like living in Phoenix, Arizona, I'll be able to like go to any AutoZone and just swap it out with like another platinum. But man, I love how the car is, you know, but I don't want to be preemptive or rash in my decision making. I'm not a car guy. I'm a computer guy. I call my best friend and I'm like, hey, do you know somebody who's good with cars? He's like, my little brother's working at AutoZone now. He's pretty knowledgeable, but my dad definitely is the guy that you want to go with you. And I've known this guy and his dad since 2008. This kid's been my best friend like pretty much since I was a teenager. And I'm 26 now. So the time comes, his pops, picks me up. We go up there, his pops and his little brother. We look at the car. Car's great. We just swapped the battery out. And I take her for a spin, and man, like, she's riding smooth. Sits a bit low, not too low, but it sits low to the ground. It's a coupe, and I'm liking it. Everybody was saying don't get the car. Everybody was saying don't get the car. My own father, some of my friends, other people, because it's a foreign car. It's not an American car. I just kept hearing, oh, it's gonna be expensive to fix. Oh, this, oh, that, and you probably got a bright idea what it is now. But everybody said don't get it. Everybody. But I did. 87,000 miles. BMW 330. Made in 2004. After I got it, I filled the tank up with premium gas. I got the oil changed. Quite expensive, by the way. It is what it is. I have the money for it. God's had me this far. He's not going to let oil stop me. Oil change, gas. And my father told me, I know there are no engine lights on. I know that the cars, seems swell, but make sure you take that to like an Advanced Auto Parts and you get the OBD device in there and you scan it for any actual internal issues. And I'm like, that's a very wise thing to say. I'll do it. Tell me why. Advanced Auto Parts was about 800 feet ahead of the Secretary of State that I was at. I had no money after getting this car, right? I'm in Michigan. We had the Secretary of State, which is our DMV. I was calling around to see if I could or to check the price on getting my title and registration transferred, right? On the title transfer and the registration of the car in my name. I already had insurance. My insurance policy went down in price, by the way. It went down in price. I paid $60 less in insurance for driving a coupe. A convertible coupe. So, bro, I go in there. I make an appointment, and I go in, and it turns out I can't buy anything. It costs too much. I thought I could at least transfer the title because it costs $15. And she's like, okay, no, you gotta if you want to transfer the title, you're gonna have to pay for the taxes on the vehicle. I was like, oh, okay, no. So let's just get the car registered in my name. I'll transfer the title later. She's like, okay, well, if you do it that way, that's just gonna take off $15 because you still have to pay for the taxes of the vehicle. In Michigan, there is a 6% sales tax on every vehicle. 6% of $2,500, what I pay for the car, is $150. $150 plus those two $15 fees for the title transfer and the registration of the vehicle. $150 plus $30 is $180. I needed $180. I had $2 in my bank account when I went there. Sorry, no, that's a lie. I had $60 when I went there to get my title or my registration because I believed I could do either or. It's a one purchase package. You have to get them all. So I was a little bummed. I had to walk out. I just took that L. Had to get it rescheduled. I just took the L. So I leave. I just sit in my car for a bit. Check my phone. I see my roommates are like, yeah, bro, we need some tissue. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, let me go in here and buy some tissue. I walk in a Dollar Tree that's right next door to the Secretary of State, and I'm just in there, just walking the store. I'm like, okay, so where's the tissue at? I get a phone call from my dad because I let him know that I was in the process of getting all my stuff. And he's like, yo, so how'd it go? And I tell him I couldn't afford it. I'll just have to wait a week and I'll just get it done then. And he's like, what? How much is it? You know, I exchange all the details with him. He's like, all right, can you wait? Can I send this? Yada, yada. I was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm telling this out of order. What's crazy is my mom called me first. And she's like, hey, so you got your car already? I was like, yeah, but I didn't have the money for it. You've already helped me out with like paying for the car. So don't worry about helping me get the title and stuff. I'll take care of it. That's the kind of person I am. I don't, if you help me, I don't want to overstep the help. I already owe you. I'm already indebted to you. I don't want to go across the line and, you know what I'm saying? Even with my parents, that's just the kind of person I am. And I told my mom, you know, don't worry about it. I'll handle it. And she said, I'm still going to figure something out. I'm still going to help you. But, okay, I'll talk to you later, baby. I'm like, all right, Mom. Hung up. My dad calls me immediately after. And I tell him all that information. You know, I was too short. I'm like, about this money short, can't do it. He's like, okay, cool. He sends me the money in about like 20 minutes or so. I got it. But my bank account is pending, even though I do an instant transfer on Cash App. I'm like, holy crap, bro. I call my bank. I'm like, yo, I need this money badly, bro. Like, can y'all make this available in my bank account? And this lady's trying. She's like, yeah, like, I can see you have, like, a transfer, but, like, it's just not there. Let me, like, do this, ... And while she's talking, I just update it. It's in. I'm like, wow. Okay, it's in there. She's like, okay, yeah, I see it now. Now you have $172 available. And I was like, damn. Which is crazy because, like, the amount of money I should have had available was about $200-something. And I was like, damn. Okay, that's fine. I did not stress. The whole time I did not stress. I trusted God. The whole time I didn't stress, bro. I said, you know what? That's perfect. Thank you. I was just going to wait. It gets better, trust me. That day, my homie was helping me move some stuff to my other apartment. I call him. He's on a date with this girl. I feel horrible. Or he's like about to go on a date with this girl, or he's already on it. I don't know. But like, it's urgent for me, so I call him. And I felt horrible because I don't like interrupting intimate moments like that when people are, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't want to do that. Thankfully, I called him. He was just getting out the shower. So I call him. I say, bro, look, I understand if you can't, super short notice, I'm sorry. But if you have it, could you please send me $15? Or, yeah, $15. Or I said, no, $10. He said, yeah, bro, I got you. No problem. I said, all right, cool. Just some issues at the Secretary of State. I should have my title and stuff like real soon, bro. I should have my title and stuff real soon. Keep in mind, they already rescheduled my appointment because I didn't have the money. It gets better. He's like, all right, bet, bro. He sends me the money. Boom, instant transfer. It says available money, like $190. I'm like, boom. He sent me 15, by the way, instead of 10. Good guy. I go in, and the lady who you tell your appointments to, she's like, oh, hey. I'm like, hey, I was just here. And I didn't have all of the money, but I just want to know if it's possible if I could just go back to my clerk and just pay. And she was like, I don't know what y'all had arranged, so just hold on. And while she was talking, the security guard, who had made a comment to me earlier, because I was wearing like one of my favorite pairs of shoes, I get compliments on them all the time. She's like, hey, he was just in here. He's the dude with the shoes. I was like, hey. So the lady who, the concierge, we'll call her, she goes and says, you know what? You can go ahead and have a seat right here in the front. When she comes back, you can just, go up to her and see if, and see what she says. Because I didn't know the agreement that y'all had when you left. There was no agreement. I said, okay, thank you. I'm sitting down. I see her come back. Her name was... I can't do that. Thank you. I see her come back, and I walk up to her, and I'm like, hey, is it fine if I just pay for it now? My father actually just sent me, like, all the money for it. She's like, yeah, sure. But let me check with my supervisor first. The concierge was the supervisor. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot leave and then come back. You know, when you have your appointment, you get it done right then and there, and then that's it. If you leave, you reschedule. That's the protocol at the Secretary of State. That's what they're supposed to do. I hear them talking to each other, and the concierge is like, "Oh, okay, no, we're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to do that." Like she's just talking, and it's like no, and I'm like, yo, I talk to myself aloud. I'm like, man, this does not sound like a good thing. And I just pray to God. I say, God, whatever you want to do with this situation, make it happen. My clerk goes back to her chair. She says, "Mister, you can come back up." I walk up to her. She says, "So we're not supposed to do this, but as a courtesy, we'll process your transaction. This is just a courtesy, one-time thing." I said, "I'm so sorry. Thank you so much." Because I know how it is, bro. When you're doing something you're not supposed to do to help somebody out, not even because like you're a bad person or anything, but just like companies are so strict with how they want things done. If you color out of the lines, you will be punished in a lot of organizations, especially federal organizations. So I say, "Thank you so much." She says, "No problem. I just had to make sure, I wasn't going to get in trouble." And I'm like, you good. I don't want you to get in trouble. I want you to keep your job, especially in this economy. Like, I really appreciate this. So I paid for it, and I got my stuff, man. I'm a put the car up over here somewhere, bro. I paid for it, and I got my stuff, man. When I was walking out, I just looked at the concierge, and I just mouthed to her like, and she said, like they really looked out for me, and they didn't have to do that. Advanced Auto Parts, 800 feet down the block. I'm looking in my car. I can't find the OBD connection. I asked the clerk in there. I'm like, "Hey, I can't find this thing. Could you help me out?" He's like, "Yeah." I wait a little bit. He comes out. Turns out it's like this little thing I gotta pull. He finds it for me. Puts the OBD device in. The car has 0 mechanical issues. This car has been sent to the dealership, the BMW dealership, every time there's been an issue with it. In my trunk, I have all the records of every fix on this vehicle, brakes, fluids, everything. There's been no major damage to this car. There's been no minor damage to this car. There's been regular car wear and tear. Biggest thing on the car is the brakes. Brakes, oil changes, fluid refills. That's it. This car is perfect. If I tried to sell this car right now with the new battery in it, it's going for $6,500 plus. Easily. The inside just has to be reupholstered because it's like leather from 20 years ago. It hasn't been treated. It's a bit, old. But that's easy. Like, y'all, I just really want to draw attention to the fact that, I didn't stress it. I was anxious. I was extremely anxious a lot of the time leading up to me getting this car. I did not know how I was going to get a car. I didn't know if I was going to have the money to stay on top of car payments. I didn't know what I was going to have to go through to even receive a vehicle. But I trusted what God would do. I trusted what God would do. And I prayed every day, every night. And I read every night. I'm extremely thankful for everybody that's helped me get in this car. Thank you to my father. Thank you to my mother. Thank you to my brother for giving me rides to work. Thank you to my supervisor. Thank you to my homeboy who got me in contact with the woman who was selling the car. Thank you to the car seller who took such good care of my baby, Vivian. That's her name. Her name Viv. Thank you to my homeboy for sending me that 15 when I just barely couldn't make it. I just needed a little push. I just needed a little help. Thank you to my sister who humored me when I asked her for money, but she didn't have it at the time. Thank you for my little brother who humored me when I needed the money, but he didn't have it at the time. Thank you for the people who just opened their ears, willing to hear me out. I have been through so much in the past 30 plus days, the past 50 days. It probably doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Like, oh, you just lost your car. I'm not going to lie to you guys. A lot has happened in 50 days. It's been an astronomical change in my life and the trajectory of me. God is good, I'm alive. I'm in one piece. I'm well. I have my health. I'm extremely grateful, man. Things could have been way different right now. Today, things could have been extremely different. But God spared me. And he's been sparing me my entire life from just treachery. Some of it I bring upon myself, which is asinine. I'm beyond grateful, and I can't do anything but, praise Jesus Christ. It's truly amazing. I wrote something down in my notes that I really wanted to get off. I said, my parents both said they're proud of me after asking for help, which is like how God is happy when we rely on him instead of doing everything ourselves, and I put in quotations, failing. And then I said this: to succeed without God is an empty victory. There will be inevitable failure without accepting help. And like the title of the video, man, it really takes a village. If you need help with something, please ask. Ask a friend, ask family, ask a teacher, ask a boss. A lot of the times we think people don't care about us. We think people don't give a damn because life is life and everybody's going through something. But I'm telling you, man, people have it in their hearts to hear you out and to help you out. Don't be prideful like me. Really open yourself up and ask your friends for assistance, man. Even for the small things. Just an ear, It's truly amazing what has happened in such little time, man. It's amazing, man. I'm beyond grateful. I'm thankful. And I really see the village around me, I think that's my favorite aspect of all of this. I can see the village around me, and it's beautiful. And I don't want to neglect to thank one of my very close friends, my homegirl, who talks to me so frequently. She's been encouraging me throughout all of this, praying for me, and I be praying for her aunt. It's dope, man. I think God is really revealing the flaws within me in such a beautiful way, And it's like when you fail and your parent, instead of chastising you, they just show you where you went wrong, and then they help you redo it, I feel like that's what this is, and it's amazing. I got my window open. Those are planes y'all can probably hear. But man, yeah, that's all we had to talk about. I think. I've been playing some more Deadlock too, man. I've been using Viper. Viper is such a fun character. I think I'm gonna one trick her. Honestly, I think I'm gonna use nothing but Viper the entire time I play Deadlock. She's such a fun character because like she just slips and slides everywhere, bro. It's so fun. And the clips I made recently, I don't think they're gonna do like well on like social media or whatever. I don't think they're gonna do well. It's like me literally like screaming, but I don't care. I think they're really funny and I have a lot of fun playing it. So I'm gonna keep posting that stuff. Keep in mind, man, this is all just a hobby, you know. If this turns into something that's profitable, by all means, I'm gonna make money. I'm always make money. Don't forget that. Just like I got that TV, baby, I'm always make money, baby. But if this turns into something profitable, so be it. But even if not, you know, you can always count on me for content. I will be providing you guys with entertainment in any way that I see good. I'm gonna be on Twitch for the far foreseeable future. Keep in mind, when I move, I'm not gonna have Wi-Fi for a little bit, but the 24-hour stream is coming, and it's going to happen in my new apartment. I cannot wait to show you all, and I don't really know how I'm gonna set up the apartment either. I'm so excited about that too. I was thinking about giving you guys like a tour, but like I don't know if I really want to dox the apartment. So we're not gonna do that. I don't want Navy SEAL Team 6 coming in there while I'm playing Deadlock and then planting one between my head, because I be crashing out when I play the game. If I get swatted while I'm playing the game, they gonna think I'm trying to like up the pole on them. We don't want that. So I don't think I'll be showing the apartment on YouTube, but I did show it on Twitch. I showed a unit on Twitch. So sorry, YouTube fam, you can't see that. It's a bit different on Twitch, but yeah, the Twitch fam has that vibe. If you want to go on Twitch and find a similar unit to mine, by all means, go ahead. Is that it? I honestly think that's it. Oh, something else, man. Something else. I've been playing a lot more Magic the Gathering. Guys, I have this Blink deck. It's trash. I do not have enough land in there. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. After this video, I'm getting gassy. You know what that means? We need more brew. Tasty. So after this video ends, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a bunch of cards in that deck that I don't need. So I need cards that like blink. That's it. And blinking, for those that don't know, is when you take a card out of the battlefield and then you immediately place it back in. This is useful because there are certain cards that have triggers when they enter the battlefield. If you have a card that removes and re-enters another card, you can essentially loop something, right? So let's say I have 6 cards that blink another card, and the card I want to blink has this text: draw 5 cards, gain 5 life points. So if I have 6 cards that can activate this card, 5 times 6, I'm drawing 36 cards and gaining 36 life. Now that's a very ridiculous example, but I did that to show you that, okay, this deck is gonna kick ass. Like if I do it right, this deck is going to be amazing. ESPN talking about something, but man, I gotta rebuild it. I already got like the cards I need to buy, which won't be for like another 2 paychecks, cause obviously like I gotta save up for rent coming up on the 1st, and yeah, whatever. So yeah. I got that coming. I did cop a pre-constructed deck though. It was only like $40. And wait, how did you pay for that if you have no money? My oldest brother, I asked him for help too, because I really needed the money. He said, "How much do you need?" I said, "I need 100, bro." He said, "Look, I can't give it to you now, but if you hold out till Friday, I got you. And you don't gotta pay me back." I said, "Thank you, bro." This past Friday, he sent me $200. So I treated myself. You know, you don't have to believe in anything that you're not convinced of. But I'll leave you with this. I believe that Jesus Christ was a historical figure my entire life. I believe that he existed because history proved that he did, you know. History proved that Jesus Christ was a Jew. He was alive in Jerusalem, and he went talking to people, saying a lot of crazy things. I started reading the Bible about two years ago. And since then, I've had consistent encounters with God paired with the things that I've prayed to him. Jesus Christ is God, by the way. If you are curious about the supernatural, if you are curious about where life could take you, if you are curious at all as to if this all has a purpose, as to if anything matters, if you're curious about if God is real or if he exists, I simply suggest you to ask God to show himself to you. Ask him. He's willing. And I didn't really see him until I asked and until I started looking for myself. I'm a very skeptical person, and I'm also a very large contrarian. I go against the grain and I go against the crowd. I don't believe things that I see. I have to experience it myself. And I have. I'll see you guys next week.
Love ain't real. Hell no. Love ain't real. No. Love ain't real. Going through the same old things. Love ain't real. Hell no. Love ain't real. Hell no. I can't stay.